Hello, in this video I shall be discussing the 5 topics for today. The first topic is FDMC, Financial Data Management Center. So the name itself suggests that this is about managing the financial data of the country. And this is recommended by a committee called Ajay Tyagi Committee. So he is the head of a committee that recommended for formation of FDMC. He was the Secretary of Finance at that time. And this committee was constituted by Department of Economic Affairs. And this FDMC is a statutory body. It is not under constitution. It is formed by the Department of Economic Affairs and it is a statutory body. So FDMC came up with a bill called FDMC Bill 2016. So a bill was passed in the parliament and later it got into FDMC formation. So the bill of 2016 FDMC bill. So this is about collecting data. This is integrated data aggregation. So aggregating all the financial data with banks right from RBI, all the financial data that is needed is collected and kept in a repository or in a single database. So financial system database is created. So to put up with all the managing affairs of finances, a single database is created. So this is for doing easy financial management. So this financial system database will have all the data, all the aggregate of financial data. So this is about establishing, operating and maintaining the financial data. And this is going to help FSDC, Financial Stability Development Council. So we have Financial Stability and Development Council for looking into the financial stability of the country, and this can just go to this database to give the reports. So this is about FDMC. The second topic is COD. So this is a post. So the name of it is Chief of Defense. Chief of Defense. It is working under Department of Military Affairs. So Military Affairs Department was recently created on January 1st in this very year of 2020. So under Department of Military Affairs, Chief of Defense is working. So this post is created in 2019. So Military Affairs Department is created in 2020 and COD post is created earlier only in 2019 on August 15th. So we know defense, we have in armed forces, we have Army, Navy and Air Force. So we have 3 staffs in armed forces. So integratedly we call it as armed forces, that is having Army, Navy and Air Force. So Chief of Defense is the one heading the overall 3 staffs of armed forces. He is heading the armed forces. So to say in simple terms, he is the senior most of 3 chiefs. The Chief of Army, Chief of Navy and Chief of Air Force, whoever is the senior most chief will be the Chief of Defense. So this is an easy way to know. And the present Chief of Defense is General Bipin Rawat. So he is from Army. He is the Chief of Army, and as he is the chief of all the 3 Army, Navy and Air Force staffs, he is the chief most. So he has become the Chief of Defense. Earlier, this Chief of Defense, prior to 2019 August 15th, the name was Chairman of COCS. COCF is Chief of Staff Committees. So this was the previous name. It is changed and this post is created on August 15th, 1947. So the day of independence is the day of inception of this Chairman of Chief of Staff Committee post. So this was working under Ministry of Defense. Now, however, it is working under Department of Military Affairs. Earlier, this was under Ministry of Defense with the name COCS. So the first Chairman of Chief of Staff Committee was Sir Rob Lockhart. So he is a Britisher. He is the first Chairman of COCS. So COSC is now turned to COD. So this is the post and a change in the name of the post. So the third thing is Amaravati Mahastupa. So there is a stupa in Amaravati. The stupa is largest in India. So Amaravati Mahastupa is famous because it is largest in India, in the whole country, measuring up to 73 meters, nearly 241 feet. So it is in the state of Andhra Pradesh in Amaravati Heritage Town. And this is a Buddhist monument. So this is a very old monument belonging to Buddhist time. This was created in phased manner. It was not constructed at once. So the phase went from uh, 3rd century BC to 250 AD, that is 3rd century AD. So this was the period during which this was started building. Then this is called Mahachaitya in old inscriptions. In ancient terminology, this was seen pointed out like Mahachaitya. So this is presently protected under Archaeological Survey of India. So we have a body called ASI who protects these old stupas from demolishing. So that is Archaeological Survey of India. And along with stupa, there is also a museum called Amaravati Archaeological Museum at that spot. So that museum will have so many other sculptures. Apart from the stupa, there are so many other sculptures. Some of them are in Amaravati Archaeological Museum, and some of them also have gone to Chennai Government Museum, and some of them are also taken away by Britishers, and are kept in British Museum in London. So such is the importance of Amaravati Museum and Amaravati Stupa. So the fourth topic is NPP, National People's Party. So this is important because this has become the national party, recently formed national party. This is actually a state party of Arunachal Pradesh. So Arunachal Pradesh State Party. So this is recognized by 4 states in northeastern area. So now this has become national party. So recently on 7th June 2019. So you can say this is the first national party from Northeast India. And with the addition of this, we have got now 8 national parties, 8th being People's Party. And the 8 national parties so far are Indian National Congress, BJP, BSP, NCP, CPI, CPI Marxist, Trinamool Congress, and now the National People's Party of Arunachal Pradesh. So this has become the national party. So who decides a party whether to give it a national uh, party name or a state party or to be an unrecognized party? So this categorization of party will be made by ECI, Election Commission of India makes this. So for doing this, it follows some orders, some regulations or criteria under Election Symbols Reservation and Allotment Order 1968. So whatever criteria is in this order, Election Commission of India follows and designates a party as national or state or unrecognized party. So under these 3 heads, Election Commission of India puts a party. So the last topic for today is PMUY, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. So this is a scheme under Ministry of Energy which came up on May 1st, 2016 and was introduced by Pradhan Mantri, Prime Minister, at Balia, Uttar Pradesh. So this announcement was made in Balia in Uttar Pradesh. So this is about giving LPG connections to below poverty line households. So all the below poverty line households are going to get this LPG connections, gas connections, and this is aiming to. This was first started for giving 5 crore people these LPG connections, 5 crore households, but later it was widened to 8 crores in the year 2018. So when it was announced in 2016, 5 crores were given allotment, and later turned to 8 crores. So it is a very highly popular scheme. It got so huge and successful because in the very first year of inception, 3 crore households got LPG connections, and by 2018, 5.8 crores got household connections. So this crossed even the allotment of 5 crore. So LPG consumption as a whole, because of this PMUY, increased to 56% by 2019. When compared to 2014, this grew so high. So such was the popularity of this scheme. And so as this has crossed 5 crore, it is given 8 crore allotment by 2018. So these are the 5 topics for today, and thank you.